Hello, SimTheWorld here, diving back into our Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 series. So today we're going to pick up with our next story order mission, and here we have our new car to repair. Go ahead and take a look at what's wrong. So the order summary says, I became a victim of failure. The manufacturer claims that it's all my fault, that the ABS pump has failed and the brakes locked up. It all went downhill from there. I started sliding and got a few scratches on the car. The important bit is that I am okay. Look over the car and repair anything that's broken. I reckon that aside from the brakes, I could use a new steering wheel. A new airbag would be good too. I wasn't aware we could do airbags in this game. Okay. Well, let's go take a look at, we need to do some of the body parts. Okay, we just need the right headlight and the front bumper. That's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and grab those real quick. An easy body part repair, not a long laundry list. We need the front bumper and the right headlight. Perfect. Alright, so we're already cruising along. Get those put on. I don't think we need to add a license plate. Let's see. Let me check the list. I know that in the past, if you take the bumper off, you need to replace the headlight or the license plate. So just to make sure that we stay consistent, let's go ahead and grab one. And we're just going to grab the standard one. We don't know where they're at. I didn't know dealer or repair shops even handled license plates, but apparently we replace them too. So with those repairs, let's get this on the lifter. Let's see what the next order of business is. Well, that's lifting up. If you notice, we've increased a couple levels again. We're at level 25, which, if you recall, that's when I said we were going to unlock our ability to repair parts all the way. So let's go ahead and do that. We got plenty of skill points to do it. Oh, this will be great. I've got a lot of parts to repair. Go ahead and... yeah, I think we did say the last time we were going to pick the 150% faster parts removal and installation. So now that we can repair, let's go over to our repair bench. We can see anything over 15%, we should be able to repair. Look at that. We just cruised through and we're going to have all new parts. Hey, this might even come in handy in this build. It's just nice not to have all this cluttering or inventory. We can do rims, which is fantastic. Not that I've ever really found a need to, unless we're doing a job, to repair the rims. Otherwise, it's not that often that you find something that will match, you know, the same size rims to the same car. Perfect. So, we jump into our inventory, do a little inventory management. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. We look at condition now. We have all these consumable parts, but if I scroll down just a little bit further, we're going to get rid of all these. Yeah, so quickly it goes to all our new parts. And yeah, our inventory's filling up quite a bit. Now that we can repair, I want to get rid of anything that isn't in perfect condition. Alright, that'll help the game run a little quicker. I've found that if your inventory is super full, you'll definitely have a performance hit. So again, we need to drain the oil, and we're going to take a look at the suspension. I think there's some engine damage too. Once I drain the oil, we'll go ahead and let's just take a look now. I know we have some brake issues. Looks like the oil pan needs to come off. Transmission looks bad. The radiator looks like, all the front here looks like it took some damage. So, I think the quickest thing to do is I want to tackle the brakes issue. That seems like the first order of business, and the thing that we've done a lot of. So, I'm gonna go through, grab the brakes. If something interesting pops up, I'll for sure hop back in, but otherwise, I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, so I wanted to make a couple notes as we put this underside back together. So all the brakes, calipers, and rotors on the front end needed replaced. There's actually no damage on the rear end. Also, the front end tires needed to be replaced, not the rims were fine. The front bushings here also were bad, but the two back ones here were fine. That's just a couple notes. The transmission needed replaced, everything but the clutch pressure plate needed replaced, front exhaust section needed replaced. So, it wasn't too in-depth. Everything you could kind of see from the front end there. The same, we're going to need to replace the radiator and the fan housing. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. I believe this fan housing B. We're going to find out pretty quick here. Worst case, we get some extra parts that we use for one of our streams. Alright, so we got that right, no big deal. We need, I think the starter was, oh yeah, the starter was bad, but we got an extra one on us. Then we have the exhaust manifold. We have a few parts up here. So if we go check out the car status, there's still a handful that haven't been discovered. I'm going to do a little digging and see if I can find if there's any other issues. Like, for example, these wires kind of look kind of bad. I don't know if that's just, yeah, the wires were actually bad. So I'm going to check spark plugs, see if we can't get the full list filled out, and I'll let you know what we find. As you can see, we needed to replace the camshaft. Also, found all the spark plugs needed replaced. The cam gear itself needed replaced. Not the timing belt, though. Timing belt was alright. Yeah, it's at 63%. The belt tensioner here needed replaced. Nothing that we had to dive too deep into, which was kind of nice. Didn't have to worry about taking the engine apart, pulling that out. Which, if you've been watching our streams on Twitch, we've actually been doing quite a few jobs, engine repair jobs, where we pull the whole engine out and do basically a full rebuild. It takes a while, but it's been great experience and great money in the game. Get a better camera angle, and yeah, both belts needed replaced. The exhaust manifold was bad. That was all. It seems like the front end just took some serious damage. And then let's jump back over here. And the same with the ABS pump and the ABS module. We could tell from the message that was bad. Manufacturer, he was claiming that that wasn't taken care of. And I think, what else are we missing? Exhaust manifold cover. Oh, we're missing the spark plugs, yeah. I did mention the spark plugs, and the wiring was bad, so we're replacing those too. Get those added. Get the new wire on. Now we can put the cover on, and this should... We need to put oil in it. We did drain, and we replaced the filter. We replaced the oil pan. So, this should be all good to go. Let's see, yep. They appear to be happy. Let's go ahead and get this car on out of here. Finish the order. And that's another completed order. So, with that, I want to thank you for watching as I simulate my life one game at a time. If you like this video, please be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the future action. You can follow on Twitter for updates to future games being played, as well as follow on Twitch as I try to stream 3 days a week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time at SimTheWorld.